Hello everyone, welcome back to Medical Coding Club. This is Chandrika. So today we will understand the ICD-10-CM history and also updates, and we will understand the content of textbook. So let's begin. So history of ICD-10-CM. So as I said, in 1993, World Health Organization developed ICD-10 coding, and next in 1994, NCHS, which is National Center of Health Statistics. Okay, so they proposed they need a clinical modification. So they proposed to US government, and then they come up with a clinically modified version. Okay, so later on you can see in 1999, a World Health Organization approves ICD-10-CM. So from there, CM got added. So CM is nothing but clinical modification. Okay, so though it was approved by WHO, it was not implemented. Okay, so what happened next? So WHO approved the clinical modification and for the use in United States. Okay, and then in 2015, the official ICD-10-CM got released. Okay, so from 2015, they have started implementing this ICD-10-CM process, and they started using it. So as you can see here, the organization like CMS, AHIMA, AHA all played a crucial role in the implementation of ICD-10-CM. Next, coming to Health Human Services, okay, which is HSS, this body mandated that all covered entities under HIPAA. So HIPAA, as we all know, so Health Insurance Portability and Accountability Act, okay, which is a compliance regulatory body. So whoever using or whoever under HIPAA, they should all use ICD-10 coding in their healthcare system. Okay, so that most of the states or in the US country, most of the states started using ICD-10-CM. Okay, so this is the history regarding ICD-10-CM. So understood, right? Okay. Okay. So next coming to textbook. Okay. So as we already saw that ICD-10 textbook, so we will have four sections here. Okay. So your book is divided into four sections. So mainly in the four section, you have to concentrate on section 1. Okay. Section 1. Section 1 includes three primary set of guidelines. Section 1 includes three set of primary guidelines, which is conventions, that today we will discussing convention. Next, general guidelines. Okay, general ICD-10 coding guidelines. Next, specific coding guidelines. Specific coding guidelines is nothing but chapter wise. Okay, for chapter 1, what are the particular guidelines we have? For chapter 2, what are the guidelines? Likewise, the specific coding guidelines we will be having, so that we can learn that. So next, coming to section 2, which is belongs to principal diagnosis selection, and section 3 is reporting additional diagnosis. So both of these, section 2 and section 3, for the outpatient service, we will not, we don't have to learn this. This is only for the people who are going to learn CCS. Okay, like this is not, we don't have to use this particular thing right now. Okay, section 4 is outpatient guideline. So this is important here. So here provides specific instruction for coding diagnosis in outpatient setting like clinics and physician office. Okay, section 4 is important. Next, appendix 1, which is present on admission indicators. Again, this is for CCS. So like CCS is nothing but this is advanced level. First thing we have to be thorough with section 1 and section 4, then only you will be able to understand this principal diagnosis and additional diagnosis and indicators. Okay, so next, what are the features we have in ICD-10 coding? Okay, as I said, they were using ICD-9 version. and now we have ICD-10-CM coding from 2015. So why they have come up with ICD-10 revision is important. So here in ICD-11, ICD-9, we had only 14,000 ICD codes. Okay, so like it was, we cannot assign codes for every condition. Okay, the specificity was very limited. Now we have approximately 72,000 ICD coding, where we will get coding for almost every condition. Okay, almost every condition we have a ICD code. Next, greater specificity. Okay, greater specificity, it includes laterality, we can include. Okay, and the treatment plan, whether it is initial encounter or subsequent encounter or sequela, that also we can specify. Okay, and expanded injury codes. So here again injury, fracture or injury, anything, what is the particular site also we can specify with our ICD-10 coding. And then combination codes for conditions and symptoms. So we have many combination codes now. Okay, so we will learn what are the combination codes we have, and we will see that later. So next coming to, this is very important, ICD-10-CM updates and maintenance. So here annual updates happen every October 1st. Okay, so I have already discussed this in last class. I have just given an idea, but now we are going deep and we are learning it. So annual updates every October 1st, please remember. So ICD-10-CM is updated annually with the changes officially implemented every year on October 1st. These updates reflect advance in medical knowledge, new disease or treatment, ensuring that coding system stays current. So that means it like not only updates, sometimes they will delete some few codes, okay, which were unnecessary, or which were little conflicting. So those kind of things they'll delete, and few codes they will revise, and few codes they'll newly add. Okay, with that they'll add some new guidelines as well. Okay, so that is annual update. Next we have, once we start doing coding, we will understand. So next portion is coding clinic guidelines. What is coding clinic? So coding clinic guidelines, this is the structure that they have made to make the coders stay updated. Okay, like coding clinic, every 3 months we will get the PDF, or we will get the updates from American Hospital Association, that is AHA. So every 3 months they'll publish coding clinic guidelines. So as if you start working in HCC or any ICD coding department, then you will be like, you have to be adhered to this coding clinic guidelines. Okay, every 3 months. It is not like they'll change every 3 months. It is like whether it is same, or if anything, if any one portion is having some modification, then you have to go back and you have to check. Okay, so anyway they'll cascade the webinars and the PDFs, everything. But our, at least we should have that knowledge that yes, coding clinic one criteria is there. They will give every 3 months they'll update some guidelines. Okay, so here you'll understand what is coding guideline. See here, to build this coding clinic, okay, to publish coding clinic, the guidelines, again NCHS and CMS, which is Center of Medicare and Medicaid Services, and both AHIMA and AHA, American Health Information Management Association, and American Hospital Association. Okay, both, almost all of the four bodies again will contribute to the, they'll collaborate, and they will come up with the coding clinics. Okay, every 3 months. So there will be in a year 3 months once they are going to publish one quarterly update means. So in a year, how many quarter updates we will be having? Yes. Okay, so four coding clinic updates we will get. So we have to check that. And if you get a question like who will be involving or who will be responsible for the coding clinic updation, then NCHS, CMS, AHIMA and AHE. Okay, so these are the educational bodies. Both AHIMA and AHE are the they are like educational bodies only. They'll provide education, training, and issue coding clarification through coding clinic. So say for example we are coding on one scenario. Okay, so one particular scenario have every organization may have the concern regarding how to code that particular scenario. So what this organization will do, or what this coding educators, the provider educators, so those people will be like expressing their concern regarding for this kind of thing how we can code. So whatever the questions we have, we can send it to them. So what they will do, they will sort out and they will take the repeated thing, like which are the actual claims that they are getting rejections or getting denials. Okay, so that particular concept they will take and they will write a rationale. Okay, so for this particular scenario, we have to follow this and we have this guideline. Okay, so they will authorize once we have a guideline in coding clinic and we can follow from there. Okay, so that their main purpose, so main coding clinic purpose is to aims and assist the healthcare coders in accurately applying coding guidelines and understanding the complexity of coding scenarios. Okay, so any complicated coding scenarios it may be, so they'll write a rationale and they will make us understand with the proper guidelines. Okay, so we have to adhere to that coding clinic guidelines and we have to follow that. Okay, next, see what will be there. Each edition include updates on new coding guidelines, interpretations of existing codes, and explanation of how to code the specific diagnosis and procedures. Okay, so these can be they know they can collect the data from through rejections or any of the claim denials or any of the educator concerns. Okay, so they will explain how to code for the particular scenario. Okay, so after reading the guideline from the coding clinic, we have to start following that. Okay, and then why it is important? So the guidance provided by the coding clinic is considered as authoritative. Okay, so it is like an official guideline. So in the field of medical coding, coders, healthcare providers, and facilities rarely on it to ensure the compliance with the coding regulations to optimize the reimbursement process. Okay, so they will work for RCM. So the revenue cycle management, whatever we have discussed last class. So maybe because of such scenarios, coding may getting impacted. Okay, so they'll sort it out. For every 3 months, they will give us a proper rationale how to code, how we should not code. Okay, which claim is getting reimbursed and which claim is having the error. Okay, everything in detail they will explain in coding clinics. Okay, so as I said, CMS, NCHS, AHIMA and AHA, these are the four bodies will contribute effectively towards coding clinic. Okay, so yes, this is regarding